Hey everyone, I wanted to check in again. I really wanted to be good about posting every week for the first couple months, and hey, I'm terrible and didn't do it. Life has just been fun and busy, and so I didn't get to it. And I'm also not great at making videos. And so, anyway, today I am at week 5. So I missed weeks 3 and 4, so I'm going to give you an update from that time. Let's start out. I'm not going to start with my stats. You can check them below if you want to right now, but I'll start out at week 3. So last time I updated, I was at week 2. I had lost 20 pounds since surgery, and then I hit the stall that I was worried about. I talked about it in my last video. I stalled for all the way from week 2 to week 3, no change in the scale. And then for another like 5 days, I was stalled, no change. So I did not see a change in the scale from day 14 to day 24. So exactly 10 days. I was stalled, which isn't too bad. I've heard of people stalling fast for longer, so don't be worried if you're in a stall. Everybody's different. So day 24, which was about 3.5 weeks, the scale started moving again, and since that time up to today, week 5, I have lost another 7 pounds. So overall, I've lost 27 pounds since surgery. Surgery date, my weight was 397. My highest weight ever was 442, and today I am 370. So 27 pounds lost in 5 weeks. It's going really good. Let's see what else has happened besides the great stall. Oh, I started pureed foods and already switched to soft foods. Pureed foods seem to go on forever. It was a lot of the ricotta bake. It was a lot of beans, a lot of pureed chicken. I was just kind of sick of it. Obviously, not as many options. Last week, a week ago today, I started soft foods, and everything has gone really well. Everything has gone down well. I haven't had an aversion to anything. I haven't felt like something made me upset. Well, I'll get to the one instance where my stomach was upset. So food-wise, everything's going really well. I definitely feel restricted when I eat. During the liquid stage, when you're first starting, you feel like I can eat like a cup of food, or well, it's not really food, it's soup. I can eat a lot of yogurt, way more than I felt like I should be able to. And I had a follow-up appointment with the nutritionist, and they said, totally normal. Everybody asks the same questions. She sounded like, please stop asking me this question, because yes, you will be able to eat more when you're in the liquid phases. And then when you move to pureed and soft food and your regular food, you definitely feel a restriction, and that is exactly what happened. Pureed foods, I could eat maybe, like like the ricotta bake, I could maybe eat a little over a quarter cup, never quite a half a cup. And then things like the pureed chicken that I did, I could definitely only eat like a quarter cup, which is right on track. And then now getting into soft foods starting last week, I feel really restricted. I started weighing out my food because I didn't even know really how much I was getting, if I was even getting an ounce or 2, and now 2 ounces even seems kind of like a lot, which is so funny. And so it's going good. So no aversion to food, everything, I'm right on track of how much I should be able to eat. I haven't really tried anything sugary, but I have had some fruit, so some natural sugars. I had watermelon, and what else have I had? A peach, slice of a peach, and nothing has really made me sick. The one thing I got sick on, I haven't really eaten out much, which I haven't in a while. Anyway, so we went out, my boyfriend's dad was here, we went out to breakfast, and I thought, oh, I'll get oatmeal. And then I said, oh no, I'm gonna try to get some protein in, because that's what you're supposed to eat, and eat first. So I tried to order chicken. Well, they didn't have chicken in breakfast, obviously. And so I ordered one sausage link. It was kind of like a bigger sausage link, and an oatmeal on the side. So had the sausage link, didn't quite finish it. It was a little greasy, you know, it was just like a mom and pop diner thing. So it was a little greasy. Didn't really think anything about it. And then 45 minutes later after we left, I was like, I have to get to a bathroom. It was so bad. But I don't really think it was dumping. I know sleevers don't really always get the dumping syndrome. I've had problems with my digestion since I've had my gallbladder removed about 4 years ago, and things would just run through me like that, that same way. But I haven't had that since surgery. So after eating the sausage, that definitely came back. I think it was just too greasy for right now, or probably any time. Sausage is super greasy. So that was bad. We were like out in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't think I was gonna make it to the bathroom, but I made it, and all is well. So other than that, nothing has made me sick, except food wise. The daily vitamins are still hard for me. I still get nauseous. I have to make sure I eat right after I take the vitamin, which sounds backwards. Before I always thought I had to eat and then take the vitamin, like you have something in your stomach, but for me, I have to like bury it with food. Other than that, all the vitamins are going well. I would highly recommend the chewable calciums for those that struggle swallowing pills. I never struggled swallowing pills, but that calcium one, it feels like a horse pill, and I was so over it. So I got chewables that will last me for a month, and I might go back to the regular ones because the chewables are kind of expensive. But I would recommend the chewables for your first month or so. I think it has really saved me and actually made me okay taking my vitamins for the first little while. So I'd recommend those. What else has happened? It's been really fun. I feel like I myself am starting to see changes in my body, and actually just the sweatshirt I just put on, and I realized that like the arms aren't as tight. The arms used to be really tight on the sweatshirt, and around the midsection it was tight. You know, it fit, but it was never like really comfortable, and it just feels like a regular sweatshirt now. So that's really exciting. One of my NSVs, as they call them. And another thing I just noticed, like my skin is, you know, I don't have much excess fat. I mean, nobody really does on their forearms, but like my skin, I don't know if you can see that, is like really soft, or my fat, I should say, is really soft. And even my butt, I can feel like is getting squishy. So I feel like things are breaking down, and it kind of scared me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm already getting squishy. And I mean, I think I talked about this in one of my pre-op videos that, you know, when you're overweight, you're like rolly, but you don't have that saggy skin like you'll probably get when you lose weight and lose a substantial amount of weight. So I kind of freaked out like a week ago and was like, I need to get to the gym and, you know, start it right away. And I didn't start last week, but I actually started today at the gym, and it felt good. I just went for 30 minutes on the elliptical, which isn't like a huge push of your cardio, but it felt really good. You know, I had my heart rate up, I was sweating, so that was all good, and it felt good to be back in the gym. And I think I'll do alternate days of cardio and lifting to get some muscle tone and get that back in there. And definitely want to work on some squats, because I don't know why, I've never cared about my butt before, and all of a sudden I care about it. So anyway, that is where I'm at. Let me see if there's any other updates. I did my first side-by-side picture for myself in the sweatshirt, and although it's slight, and probably nobody else except me and my mom, who I sent it to, would notice a difference, but I felt a difference. I'm 200 pounds overweight, so I've always had this like shelf above my butt. I've always called it the shelf before you get to the back. It's like, you know, it sticks out right there, and that has like severely gone down. Again, I'm talking about my butt, but you can see it in the pictures, like my butt's just like and kind of like straightening out instead of like a shelf. So that's cool. And my arms are getting smaller. I did my measurements. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about. I did my measurements at 4 weeks, and I lost 3 inches in my hips and 2 inches in my waist, and I think my bust I didn't really lose any, and then my arms I lost, which my arms have always just been huge. I lost 1.5 in my bicep up here, and then everywhere else I lost 2. My neck I've lost like 1/2 inch, I think it was. So little changes everywhere else, but those were the biggest changes. So take your measurements. They're really fun when you're not feeling it on the scale. I'm only going to do them every month because you know, I don't think you need to do it. I wouldn't recommend them doing any more than every 2 weeks. So I chose a month. And I am also one of those people that weigh every single day, and I can't help myself, but I like doing it. And for anybody that needs like a tracker for their weight loss, I would really recommend the app Happy Scale, and you can break down your weight loss into like however many increments you want, and it helps you like this increment, you've done this much. I'll just show you guys for anybody that cares. So that's my current weight, and then this is my next goal is 350. Current weight, next goal is 350, and this is the bar, and these are all my increments. So I finished my first one, which was a cool, I think it was like middle of week 4, I finished that one. So my first goal was to hit 375 and then 350 and so on. So next goal is 350, and I'm not far along. And then you can also like look at your logbook. This is, since I weigh every single day, this is my logbook. And it's nice to go back and look at, especially when I'm making videos of like when I broke my stall and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping exercising will, you know, just continue to help my stall, or continue to help my weight loss. So I really try to keep my videos under 10 minutes, and I've already gone over. So I'm gonna wrap up. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.